Hey Taurus, it's EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope you guys are having a good week. I hope you have a good upcoming weekend. This is a new spread for you Taurus and for you alone. Since Uranus made its transit back into Taurus last week, I thought I would do a reading specifically for that. So, this is the 7th rock reading for Taurus. For those of you that have been studying and reading about this particular transit, it happens once every 4 years, every 84 years, I'm sorry. It goes through each sign. It just came out of Aries before it went into Taurus last year. It retroed out for most of the rest of last year and just went back into Taurus last week, I believe on the 5th or the 6th. So, Uranus is the 7th rock from the sun, so that's why this is Taurus' 7th rock reading. It has 5 major satellites or moons. They call them satellites in science. They are Umbriel, Miranda, Ariel, Titania, and Oberon. Those 5 names come from either William Shakespeare play characters or Alexander Pope characters. Alexander Pope was an 18th century English poet, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows who William Shakespeare is. So I chose those 5 moons. So we'll do, this is it's actually a 7 card spread, but it'll be 5 tarot cards, and we're going to answer 5 questions. First question will be what needs to change. The second question will be where are you now? The third question is what is your strength in this situation? Fourth question, what do you need to work on? And the fifth will be what is the outcome or what's the next step? So those are the 5 questions that we're going to answer. I'm going to do 2 oracles, one from the Trust Your Vibe Oracle cards by Sonia, Choquette. And we got house tarot cards. I made these cards 3 months ago and just didn't do anything with them because I've got cards all over the place, but obviously I have my favorites. But I made these, and so they're the house tarot cards. So we're gonna do one of these and one of these from Sonia Choquette, and that will be your wisdom and your guidance for this. So let's get started. This will actually be the first time I'm doing this spread, so bear with me. Let me cut the cards. And a reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. So let's see what we got for our 7th rock reading, Taurus. So, your first card, which will be what needs to change. That's the Justice card. Your second card, where you are now. It's the 4 of Swords. Your third card is what is your strength? It's the 4 of Wands. Your fourth card, what do you need to work on? The Empress card. And the 5th card, what is the outcome or the next step? 2 of Wands. All right, Taurus, let's see what we got going on here with our 7th rock reading. So, what needs to change is who's taking responsibility for what. And I must say, Taurus, we probably need to work on taking more responsibility for our actions. I'm doing this because Uranus is about change and innovation. The last time Uranus was in Taurus, the ATM machine was created and the shopping cart you get at the grocery store was invented. So the energy that we're in is definitely about change. I'm doing the reading, and I'm doing this particular reading for us because sometimes, especially Tauruses, we get stuck in our little shit, and that's the end of it. There's no trying to move us. Once we make up our mind that we're doing something, to hell with the rest of the world. That's exactly what we do. But because Uranus is in our sign and going to be there until April 26, 2026, 7 years, count them, we're going to have to change. So I'd rather be kind of ahead of the curve as far as changing, because I am not a creature of change. I like the steady routine of every day. I don't want no surprises. Don't be no surprise birthday card, none of that. I want to know exactly what's going on. I want everything planned out, almost to the point that I have OCD about doing certain things. So I understand as a Taurus how it feels, but I also understand as a Taurus how it feels to be thrust into the middle of some shit that makes you change. And so this is really to help us get a better understanding and some spiritual guidance about what maybe we don't know we need to change, and how we can make steps forward to make those changes that obviously we're going to end up having to make anyway. So either you're going to make them nicely and be happy about it, or you're going to be a stubborn ass bull and just scream and holler the whole way. In this reading, for this one, for this week, the Justice card, we need to, I'm going to say, not only look at what we're taking responsibility for, but maybe change our perspective on our current situation. And this is a general reading, but it's not just love or money. It's a combination. This is kind of where you are in your life right now and what you may need to change to manifest some other things in your life. So with the Justice card being the first card of what needs to change, we need to think about whose actions are we really taking responsibility for? That's really what's coming back to me. Whose actions are we being responsible for? Ours or someone else's? In the second position, where you are now, we kind of just, what I just said, we kind of complacent and just say, yeah, it'll go where it go. Let it do what it do. That's where we are right now. And that's probably going to be real short-lived here shortly. You're going to have to get up from that position. And it's cool sometimes taking a break, no matter how short or how long, it always serves to help rebalance you and put you in a better place. But we need to come out of that mode and get into looking at things that need to be changed. In the third position, what is your strength? The strength that we have right now is that we know we are capable of moving to the next level. We know we have the capacity to do it. Taurus is like, yeah, I know I can do it, but y'all go ahead. I got this. I got this. Later. We'll get to it later. You got the capacity to move to the next level. Just know that. You can do it. It may look like a 50-mile marathon, but you can do it. You can do it. And if it is a professional goal that you're trying to reach for, this is telling you you can move to the next level. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's scary, new, different. Ooh, that's all it is. It's just new and different. It's nothing that's going to do anything to you or hurt you in any kind of way or put you in any kind of position. And that's probably more to the point. This is not going to be you trying to move to the next level, whether it's in a relationship or professionally. It's not going to hurt you to want to step up a relationship from where it is. You've been dating the same person for 2 years. Okay, time to step that up. Shit or get off the pot. But this is telling you it's okay. You got the resources and the wherewithal to move to the next level. In the fourth position, what do you need to work on? Self-esteem and your self-worth. That's what you need to work on. A lot of times when we are thinking about moving to another level, and when we come out of a period of just kind of taking a break, sometimes things that you've processed while you've taken a short break, you don't realize how they've affected you long term. So particularly now with it being Mercury retrograde, there's a lot of things happening. A lot of old exes coming back, friends from whenever, hey, I see you on Facebook, in the grocery store, wherever. It's a lot of people coming back. And sometimes you don't realize how or where you are in your self-worth and your self-esteem till you start looking at people from your past. And sometimes that can trigger issues. So be mindful that you need to always think about your self-confidence and the things that can shake up your self-confidence and your self-worth. And if you are coming across people that you've cut off because they were toxic or because you didn't feel like they were worthy of being around you or in a relationship with you, those are things that can set you back and have you, doubting and guessing about where you are right now. Continue to work on your self-confidence, Taurus. Continue to recognize the good that you're bringing to any situation, whether it be a relationship, whether it be a job, whether it just trying to help somebody do something. Know your worth. Know your worth and continue to work on that. In the fifth position, the outcome of the next steps, need to start looking at it a little differently. Might need to go back to the drawing board on some stuff. Just saying. And if you have been or are in a place of where you've been kind of contemplating and thinking about different things that maybe need to be restructured in your life or that need to be reorganized in your life, can bring you right here. And if you look at the spread, you're coming out of a point where you've taken a break and you've had some time to reflect. What you need to change, and if you've thought about anything, it'll get you right here. I need to change how I'm looking at my responsibilities and the actions that I'm taking. And maybe I need to rethink it and do it over. Start over, come up with a new plan. However this is resonating with you. And if you go in the other direction, you can go to the next level. Easy peasy. You may not want to. It may look like a journey of 10,000 miles, but you got to take that first step so you can get to the next level. There's nothing there to fear. Again, taking a look at how you're being responsible about your actions. Get you right there to your self-worth. I'm just saying. It is what it is. If this is professional, and something is just telling me, Spirit is telling me to tell you this. If this is about your professional life, if you're moving into a new position, the actions that you take, you're going to have a different outlook. If it's a new job, it's not going to be the same old thing. If you aren't changing jobs, but maybe personnel around you is changing. Again, responsibility. Responsibility for your actions. Something there needs to change. So you don't have this huge upheaval at the end of the year going, oh my God, I should have changed that. I don't know. Something about you being responsible for your actions, or you just being responsible in your actions. That's what you need to change. That's what you need to work on. Let's see what the Trust Your Vibe Oracle cards have for guidance. And I hope this reading helps you guys at least get through some of the upcoming changes. Ha! Seek solitude. So Taurus, out of all of this, is saying to seek solitude. When you need to look at all of this, if you are being in a position right now where you're looking at your self-confidence, you need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe if you're contemplating going to the next level, seek some solitude so you can get it together in your head. And this is a little different than taking a break. When you seek solitude, you're going to a place to get some answers. You're not just taking a break. Oh, I'm going to get out the car and stretch my legs. When you seek solitude, you're looking for answers. And you need answers. You want to make changes. You want to change your perspective on how you handle your responsibilities and the actions that you take for things that you're responsible for. You may need to seek some solitude. You may need to get a journal and write down where and how you need to change as far as your responsibilities and the actions that you take for the things that you're responsible for. You may need to just go sit in the corner for a minute. And this is not about rest and relaxation. This is about getting in your head and checking out what's going on and seeing what needs to be, standing up in that truth and seeing what needs to change. So seeking solitude, different than taking a break, different than the Four of Swords. Different. This is snooze fest. This is count your breaths and meditate and get in that head and make sure, especially if you got old folks coming back, exes, old friends, and they trigger some shit that's got you doubting and self-worth kind of on it. Seek some solitude. Let's see what the house cards have to say for Taurus for the 7th rock reading. Walk away. Anything, and it's coming right back here to this card. Anything that's got you doubting yourself, walk away. Just walk away. Plain and simple. Same thing. Seek that solitude. I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. I hope this helps. I will be back here in a few days to do this over again for you. I'm not sure yet if it's going to be weekly or every 2 weeks that I do this, but you will see this along with the How's Your Money, How's Your Honey, and your Dig Deeper love reading, and your Kissing in the Tree love reading. So this is going to be a part of it. Again, I'm not sure what the frequency is going to be just yet, but I'm thinking maybe every 9 or 10 days or so I'll throw this up so we can look at what we need to change and what's changing in our life. I love you, my Taurus babies, and I will see you soon. Bye, y'all.